Hey guys, this is Nikki, and today I wanted to talk to you. I'm here in downtown Chicago. It's actually really nice. See that? See that up there? See those beautiful buildings? Yeah. I'm down here, and I kind of had this thought. I wanted to share with you guys the reason I decided to become an entrepreneur. And the reason that I decided to become an entrepreneur is that I gotta take you back. I gotta take you back to when I was younger. My mom, I grew up with a single mom, and up until I was about, I wanna say at least 13 years old. And then my mom remarried. And during that time, it was kind of a struggle, and she didn't want me to see her struggle. And so she didn't really notice that I saw her struggling with trying to make sure that I had everything that I needed, and she also had everything that she needed. And so I didn't really want to have that life. When my mother got remarried back when I was I believe 12, 13 years old, I saw them try to become entrepreneurs because they wanted a better life for themselves, and they wanted a better life for me, and they wanted a better life for my grandmother as well. But it's difficult to be an entrepreneur, especially when you don't have people on your side, especially when you don't have the right mentors to teach you everything that you need to know. And that was a difficult part for them, and I was there and I witnessed that. There was a point in time when our lights went out and we were almost threatened to be kicked out of our house. And we were renting at the time, and we were living in Florida. We had moved down to Florida, driven in, the truck and the car down to Florida, and we were about to lose everything. I'm a very optimistic and positive person, and I don't like to see people sad. And I do everything in my power I can to basically make people feel, good, happy. There's always a brighter side to every situation. And even in that situation, I said to myself, as we were sitting at the table eating by candlelight, chicken from Publix by candlelight, I told myself right then and there, I don't want to have money problems. I want to be financially free. And being 12, 13 years old, I didn't really understand what that really was. I didn't really get what financially free was. I just knew that I didn't want to have that struggle that my parents had. I did not want to have to worry about money at all. I didn't want to have to worry about, if I lose my job, or if I quit, or if this happens, what will happen to me? What will happen to the house I'm living in? If I have kids, what will their lives be like? I didn't want that worriness. I'm kind of a carefree, easygoing, chill kind of girl. So I don't worry about things. The way that I see it, everything happens for a reason. And I believe that there is a master plan in my life, that I don't know the full extent of it, but everything happens for a reason. Everything is either a lesson or a blessing. And I've gone through a lot of lessons in my life that have kept me positive and optimistic, and even in the hardest of times. Back when what really got me, my heart closest to wanting to be an entrepreneur, was my new stepdad, Deanna Sylvester. He basically came into my life, and he taught me the values of being financially free, and what it really means, and how great it is to be financially free, and to be an entrepreneur, and to own everything that is yours, so that no one can take it away from you. That is really what I wanted. I wanted that in essence, and I wanted to basically be like, if I want to jet off to Tokyo for a fashion show, I can be able to do that. I wouldn't have to first go to my boss and tell him, oh, today is a fashion show in Tokyo that I've known about for about 3 months. Can I have today off? Any boss is going to tell you, and if you call off last minute, it looks negatively towards you. And so I got my first job when I was 17 at a resort. It was a very nice resort in Florida. It's a very nice and very popular resort. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but I will tell you it's directly behind Disney. And it smells really bad because it's directly behind this certain part of Disney that has animals, and and it stinks really bad, especially when it's windy. It's so bad. Windy and a hot day. When I got my first job, it was fun in the beginning. It was nice. It was a new experience, something I really enjoyed. And then it got tedious, and then people got irritating, and they got demanding. And it's like, in corporate America, they demand so much from you, but they give you too little in return. You don't get as much as you actually want. Everybody's wants and desires is different. Like, my wants and desires are different. And like I said, I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to be able to go and experience things. I wanted to visit new cultures and try new foods and kind of, get to know the people of the world, to see how it is to walk in another man's shoes, to see what it's like to be someone else. But when you have a job, you don't have that luxury, because you have a set schedule that you have to obey to, and if you don't, they can fire you and find somebody else who basically fits that schedule. I don't like the fact that in corporate America, that is the norm. If you don't fit my standards, if you don't fit inside this box that I'm trying to put you in, I will find someone who will fit into this box. And if you won't conform to fit into this box, then I will find someone who will break their own will, break who they are to conform to the person that I want them to be. And it sounds really harsh, and it is. I don't like that. It sounds really bad, and I really don't like that. But, it was seeing things like that on a daily basis that really kind of pushed me more towards owning my own. I am a very kind of business-minded type of person, and I always have dreams of me owning my own boutique, owning my own restaurants, owning this and owning that and owning this and owning that, because I have big dreams. I see what it's like to work in corporate America, and I have a job now, but I'm not planning on staying at this job for the next 10, 15, 20 years, because I have big dreams, and I know that they're going to come to fruition as long as I continue to work towards them. If I step back and become idle of those dreams and of those visions, they will never come true. And I understand that, and I know that. And so becoming an entrepreneur is never easy, because you're going to have people who will backlash at you, who will tell you that it's not practical, who will tell you that you need to grow up and get a real job. But being an entrepreneur means having your own, owning your own, setting your own time. But first, you have to work for it. You have to work at your dream. If you really want your dream to come true, you have to work for it. And that's in anything. That's even if you want to work in your dream, and your dream is to be CEO of your company, then be CEO of your company. But you have to work at it. You can't just say, I'm going to be CEO of my company, and then piss and moan about your dream not coming true when you didn't even work for it. You didn't even try. You just said it, and then you finished your beer, and then you watched some TV, and then you went to sleep. And then you wake up the next morning and you're still not a CEO. Well, you didn't work for it. You said it. You have the idea in your mind. Okay, you speak it out into the universe. Okay, and then you continuously do that every day. You have the idea in your mind, you speak it out into the universe, and then you take action towards it. You find out, you research, you do everything to see, okay, so this is what I want, this is my goal, how am I gonna get there? You know, I've met entrepreneurs who have told me that it's difficult in the beginning because it's all about creating a mindset for yourself. It's all about creating a mindset for yourself, basically. You have to change your mind in order to change your life. My mind at this current moment in time is different than it was back when I was in high school, when I was a senior. It's different back when I was a freshman. It's different back when I was in 8th grade. My mindset is different because I have changed my mind. I have grown. I have learned from the mistakes of other people. And I have listened to mentors telling me what to do when it comes to being an entrepreneur. What really, really, really pushed me finally into being an entrepreneur was when I moved here to Chicago. And it was difficult because I was dealing with finding who I really was and who I am on the inside. You know, I used to fake and pretend about who I was because I wanted people to see me a certain way. But I don't do that anymore. You know, I am naturally Nikicia, and if you don't like me, that's totally fine. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. It's totally fine. But if you do, I thank you and I love you too. But I really kind of pushed myself because I wanted something more than waking up every morning, going to a job that I hate, going to see people that I don't particularly like every day, meeting strangers, customers, because I worked in retail, meeting customers who seriously need an attitude check. But you can't do it. Like, I couldn't do it because I worked there and I could get fired for giving customers an attitude check. But anyone in retail knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know. But it was more of me standing there every day. Me standing there and looking at these people, having to clean up, pick up clothes off the floor, pick up hangers off the floor, having to run, like have my name called over the intercom and having to run to the front desk to have to look for something on the floor and then run back to the front desk and then answer phone calls. And you know, I worked at Marshall's and I enjoyed working at Marshall's. Marshall's is a really good store when it's clean. And when I say that, it's not more so the issue with the store is the reason why it's not clean. That's not what it is. Marshall's is a very busy store because they have cheaper prices. And because of that, especially in the big Marshalls, I worked in a big one. I worked in a big one and then I worked in a medium-sized one. It gets real messy. And because it gets really messy, it's due to the customers who come in and they are looking for deals, searching for these deals. And they're trying their hardest to find it, but they don't pick up everything all the time. Marshall's is great. I love Marshall's. But it's just having to deal with that. After you've cleaned up your section, it looks really nice. You walk away for 10 minutes. You come back. It is like a bomb went off. And I'm just like, oh, I have to re-clean this again. It's that blatant kind of, I guess I'm going to say disrespect. Blatant disrespect for the employees that really gets me. You know, if I understand, I go shopping, so I feel for the people in the store. So if I drop something on the floor, I pick it up. If something falls off the hanger, I pick it up. If I don't want something, I take it back to the general area in which it was. I don't just leave it where I'm standing. You know, I feel for the people. I do. And that's kind of the reason why I was like, all right, I need to have my own, because first of all, I'm not making enough money in order to live the life that I want. It's not being financially free. Being financially free is having enough funds, enough income that comes in every month that takes care of all of your necessities and your wants and desires. That is being an entrepreneur. You know, being an entrepreneur, your income isn't as stable. It fluctuates depending on how hard you work. But it also depends on how hard your team works. You know, people confuse entrepreneur and business owner. Business owner is your income isn't stable as well, but it fluctuates just like an entrepreneur. But the difference is that your money fluctuates, your income fluctuates based on how hard you work. An entrepreneur, your income fluctuates based on how hard your team works. If your team works just as hard as you did, and you teach them to have a team who works just as hard as they did, then your income will be more stable. And it'll usually be at an increase. That's if you know how to do it and you know how to work a team, you know. But I kind of wanted to share with you guys why I decided to become an entrepreneur. I was out here, you know, enjoying the city. It's a very nice, warm day here in Chicago. It's a little, I wouldn't say foggy, but it's cloudy out here today, so it's not as bright and sunny as it was in Florida. But I just wanted to share this little tidbit about me with you guys as to why I decided to become an entrepreneur. And I will keep you guys updated on my entrepreneurial, I can't even say that word, entrepreneurial, there we go, activities and what I'm doing, so you guys can kind of, you know, follow me step by step until I hit the success. And, you know, I'm just gonna go out, I'm gonna go shop around a little bit more, I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. And I love you guys, and thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want some more awesome motivational stuff, or you want to learn how, if you guys really like this makeup look that I did here, you know, comment below and tell me, and I can do a tutorial on it. And if you guys also want to see, you know, this outfit that I'm wearing, you know, comment below and let me know. You know, your feedback, guys, is really, your feedback is really important to me. Like, it is extremely important to me. And guys, check out my blog post for more information. And bye.